Are you prepared to die? If you're not prepared, I strongly suggest you watch this video. Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Frank Iniguez, the ambassador of reading, and I want to thank you for being part of this community. Our goal is to reach 100,000 subscribers, and it's going super well. I hope you continue to share. When we reach 100,000 subscribers, we're going to have a live event, and we're going to invite you to be part of it so we get to mingle and talk and learn about each other. Very well. Today's topic: plan for the best and prepare for the worst. And you probably heard it before. However, I want to give it my 2 cents on it. Let me tell you, I was 24 years old when I married. And right when I married, a few months, maybe close to the year, one of my friends started selling insurance. And he comes and knocks on my door and he says, "Frank, can I talk to you about insurance?" And I said, "Sure." I didn't know anything about insurance, and I didn't care for it either. However, once we sat at the table and I started hearing what he had to say about insurance and preparing just in case one of us went, I go, wow, I think that's important, because as you remember in my past videos, I talked about my mother or us losing our father, and she kept 7 kids. That's a lot of kids. And I go, man, we must have went through a lot of trouble because my mom and dad did not prepare. Obviously, they probably didn't know. Anyway, I decided with my wife that we would pay insurance even if we didn't have a lot of money back then. And we've been paying that insurance, that same insurance, now for 30 years. We're 55 years old, and we've paid it all throughout those years. And you know what? It brought that sense of security, that sense of, you know what, if I go or she goes, we're going to be fine with the kids. And I'm glad we did it. Now we're 55 and we don't need insurance anymore, but we paid it up today. So we're going to continue paying for it just to have that peace of mind, as they say. Now, I recommend that you look into that insurance, some sort of insurance, because if you were to be called today, will your family be good without that income that you're producing? Because if they're not, they're going to suffer. So it's just my suggestion. Go ahead and look into it. I'm not going to give you a name for an insurance, but look for life insurance. I know that's a good one. Now, another one, my wife and I have done pretty well. We have a few investments in real estate. And as we accumulated some of the real estate, and through all the books that I've been reading, I came across this thing called family trust. Now, I'm going to be talking to the people here in the United States. I know we have a lot of people watching us from around the world, but for this specific topic, Family Trust Fund is going to be for people here in the United States, anywhere in the United States. Family Trust Fund, what it does is that in case you die or she dies, your assets don't have to go through a thing called probate, because when they do, your family members are going to end up losing about 40% of everything that you own, because it's going to go through the court systems. If it goes through probate, my goodness gracious, you're going to lose a lot of money. Well, not you, you're going to be dead, but your family members, they're going to be losing about 40% of everything that you worked for. All your hard work is not going to be for them. It's going to be for the courts and the system. Nothing against the government. They're probably watching this and they're not liking it, but you know what? Look into it, and it shouldn't cost you too much. If it costs you $5,000, I think it's a little too much. Look into it, and don't go for the first one. Interview 2 or 3 lawyers. Find out what they offer. Do they make adjustments? Do they make amendments? And how much would it cost? Look for it and do interview lawyers. And they're there to serve you. They're going to charge you a one-time fee. They're going to give you and there's 2 kinds. And I'm not going to get into it because there's irrevocable and revocable. I personally prefer revocable, just in case of anything. But it's your choice. Do your homework, do your due diligence, and do get a family trust. Because if not, you're going to lose a lot of your money that you work for. So that's my second one: family trust fund and insurance, life insurance. The last one, and in our community, in our Latin community, a lot of people don't talk about death. Well, guess what? Surprise, surprise, we're all going to die. You're going to die, I'm going to die, we're all going to die at one point. Might as well prepare for it, because many families don't prepare. And when the moment comes, they don't know what to do. They got to do this and that just to bury their loved ones. Look, my wife and I, we must have been 24, 25, and someone knocked on our door and they said, would you like to buy a spot at the cemetery? We looked at each other, we're like, we're not planning to die. So I'm saying, plan for the best, prepare for the worst. And we said, what if something was to happen to us? Neither one of us is going to be prepared. How much is it? And back then, for our income, it was a little tough, but we bought it. We bought 2 slots. We didn't have any kids. Now we have 3 kids. I don't know, maybe that's another topic in my family, but we bought 2 slots and we paid it. We paid it in full. It's done. We haven't bought our coffins or anything extra. Now let me tell you a story about my mother. My mother, as she got older, without telling any of us, she had 9 kids after she remarried and she got 2 more kids. And so there's 9 of us. And finally her time came and she dies. And we got together as brothers and sisters and we're planning out what are we going to do. And this guy knocks on my sister's door. She opens and she says, how can I help you? And she says, the guy said, are you so-and-so? Yes. Can I talk to you about a plan that your mother bought? And we're like surprised. And she says, well, go ahead. It turns out that my mother bought her slot at the cemetery, bought her coffin, bought the flowers that go on top. And to our surprise, there's 9 of us and we're tripping out. We're like, what? She did all that? And the guy says, and in addition to all these things that she bought a limousine. I mean, she didn't buy a limousine. She rented a limousine for brothers and sisters to go together to the mass and then to the cemetery and give you an opportunity to talk. Wow, talk about being prepared. And she was very well prepared. And she left, I'm sure she didn't just leave that for me. I'm sure all 9 of us have thought about it. Wow, am I prepared? Am I ready? And I know that I haven't bought my coffin or my wife's or anything like that. And I know that if either one of us was to go at this stage of our life, we're prepared, we're ready for it. However, I shouldn't be overconfident and I should look into it. I gave you 3 wonderful things today. Family trust fund. It's going to save your family a lot of money. The more you have, the more you want to do it. I guarantee you, look into it. Life insurance. Buy it. If you don't need it and you outdo it, well, that's fine. At least you have that peace of mind that your family, if you were to be called right now, your family is going to be fine. And then the last one, prepare for your goodbye. I mean, might as well you choose and don't let your family choose. It's a hard moment for people to choose. Well, what about this? What about that? If you don't prepare for that one and it comes, when you're not prepared, it's going to cost you maybe 3 times the amount that it would have cost you if you would have prepared before you leaving. Now, many people don't like talking about death. Today, this video, I think could serve you. Hey, you know what? I know we don't talk about this topic, but check this guy out. The ambassador reading, he gave his 2 cents on it, and I think he's got something great to say. I think this is a great video to share. And you know what? We want to hit 100,000 subscribers, and I know that our information is great information. This is one of those great informations that you want to share with your family members. Very well. We're going to leave it at that. Till next time, your friend, the ambassador reading, Frank Iniguez, wishing you well today and always, knowing that you will find and get what you are looking for. Congratulations and thank you for watching until the end. If you like the information, there are more videos that you can watch. Also, if you're not part of this community yet where you're subscribed, you can subscribe down here. Also, make your comments. I love reading comments and share because that's what makes the channel grow. Thank you and welcome to the channel.